joining us now is Bishop Alfred Schlert of the Diocese of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for being with us, Bishop.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
We're going to be talking about the Renew program called Healing Our Church, and I understand that you introduced the program to your diocese, and it was a very successful participation rate, too. Maybe if you could talk about that, reaching out to Renew and the implementation of it.
Yes, God blessed us in the success of it. I reached out to Renew during last year during the Lenten season. I wanted to have some kind of a program for our people in the pew who have been affected by the abuse crisis. Certainly, we're doing everything we can for the victims of abuse, but we also, I felt, needed to have some kind of outreach to the person in the pew who feels wounded, who feels hurt, discouraged. And so I asked Renew if they could have a program ready, the program that they were already working on, Healing Our Church. It wasn't quite finished yet, but I asked if they could have it done for the Lenten season because it's a 6-week program as it was laid out. And so we were able to launch that. 88% of our parishes participated in it. I did not mandate it, but I did call our priests together and explain the program to them, and Renew explained it. And so our priests were very good in saying yes to it. And so we started, and it had I think it seems like it had great success.
Yeah, and talk about that too. You know, it's obviously a difficult topic to talk about, to go over and think, but how important it is for people to express what they're feeling, to put everything out on the table, I guess, in
Yes.
these types of small groups. Yeah.
Well, the way the program works, as I said, it's a 6-week program. The first 3 weeks really addresses the anger that the people feel and the hurt, the betrayal. And so that part then leads up to the following 3 weeks, which is supposed to move the participants into healing. Now, for us in the Lenten season, that worked very well because as we moved closer to Easter, the healing aspects and the hopeful aspects were more emphasized in the program. So that's what we did, and it does. It seems like it did its work. You know, the anger did come out, but we can't be frightened of that. We have to work with that. It's a reality. It's how our people feel, and they expressed it in a respectful way, in a very organized way in the groups, and then they did turn the corner and start to experience some healing.
Okay. I was wondering too if you heard feedback from people, what their feedback was on the program and going through it.
Yes, I did. I got a lot of letters, emails, phone calls, and I would say that the correspondence, however it came to me, or even at a confirmation or visiting a parish, I would say it reflected that cycle.
Yeah.
The first 3 weeks, I would say there was more anger expressed, disappointment, questioning, and then moving towards the second half, and especially afterwards, I got many letters that were very grateful, thankful for allowing it to occur and for the healing that took place.
Talk about the importance of having a program like this in a diocese to offer this to people in the pew and to have them work through and along with the church to work through this.
Yes. I do think we have to be very attentive to the people in the pew who have remained through this whole scandal, and they need an outlet to be able to be heard, to be able to vent their frustration, express their deep hurt. And it's important for bishops and priests, I think, to hear it. But especially bishops right now need to hear what is on the minds of their people, because there is a lot of deep hurt there. And it's a reality we have to deal with. And we can't really ignore it or pretend that it's not there. We have to allow the people to speak, and we need to hear them.
Mm. And, having been through the program too, you'd recommend it to other dioceses as well?
I would absolutely recommend it because we have found it to be so much a part of our healing Many of the groups that came together are in the parishes are meeting now in other ways too. They've started adoration of the Blessed Sacrament. They'll get together for daily mass. They'll say the rosary together. Some parishes actually are doing the Healing Our Church program again for those who couldn't make it the first time.
Wow.
So there are a lot of good positive outgrowths of the program.
And I know the Diocese, Pennsylvania itself, has been through some tough times too. What are your hopes for your diocese, for the state, as well as you move forward?
Well, first of all, my hope and my prayer is that the victims of abuse will be healed, that they can see us doing our best to accompany them now, and to see the efforts we've made in trying to create a safe environment for our youth, but also for the general population as a whole in our Catholic community. There's that great need for healing there too, and I think they'll be mostly swayed and I would say encouraged by the concrete actions that we take, our transparency, our ability to very quickly deal with allegations and to be accountable. It's so important, and I think that's really the way forward. It's a difficult time in the church. It's a difficult time in Pennsylvania for all the reasons of the past year and a half. But the people are good. The people are so good, and their parish priests are so good, and that's really where the healing takes place at the parish level, people with their priests. And so I was hoping through this program to try to offer as many opportunities for healing for people and their priests together to experience.
Well, thank you so much, Bishop, for being with us, sharing with us the Healing Our Church program, and we appreciate you stopping by and talking with us.
Thank you. Please keep our efforts in your prayers.
Definitely will.